So, I'm back now. Last video that I uploaded was almost a year ago, which I have since removed. So yeah, my channel's pretty much depleted. But I'm deciding that I should probably start uploading more, but we'll have to see about that due to just current situations and stuff. On another note, Vocaloid. Vocaloid has been a thing for almost 20 years at this point, and in these years, HATSUNE MIKU has risen to the top, becoming the most popular Vocaloid, along with the other Krypton voice banks. I've been a fan of Vocaloid for a while now, and of course I've had the thoughts about who the first was. A bit of quick research can tell you that the first Vocaloid product that was made for sale was Leon, soon followed by Lola, in 2004. Some more basic research can show you some of HATSUNE MIKU's V2 demo songs. It's pretty easy because the Vocaloid wiki honestly has a good amount of resources, and I don't think this stuff was ever really closed off to the public, but still, there's some things that you have to dig for. Whether it be a specific cover, specific voice bank, or any sort of video, fandoms always have things that you have to dig for. A little while ago, I actually wanted to make a fun TikTok about what your favorite Vocaloid album says about you. I had pretty much everything except for the "you're old" ones. Then I decided to look for the first ever Vocaloid album. I saw what it was, but I never actually looked at it, and I actually never uploaded that TikTok. But now I don't have TikTok, but I was still interested in the topic even after I deleted the app, so I decided to take a bit of a closer look, and I decided, hey, maybe I could make a video out of this, I don't know. But yeah. So this all started in 2006. By this point, the first Vocaloid music as well as the first Vocaloid live performance had already happened. This was just before Kaito was released. Alexei Ustinov, I'm very sorry if I am pronouncing that wrong, had already made the song Flying Girl using Leon before. He led a circle of musicians known as Ravalex along with Ravi Dattatreya. Please tell me if I am pronouncing that wrong. I am very sorry. For these past 2 years, they'd made around 2 songs with Leon and 2 songs with the Vocaloid engine in general. Now let's get to the details about the actual album. So in 2006, Mesto Pan Son Stem, or A Place in the Sun in English, was published. It had 7 original songs, which each had a Russian version and an English version. The album was 70 minutes overall. Alexei Ustinov, the writer for all of the songs, said that when he first heard Leon at a seminar in 2004, he got the idea. Quoting from him himself, "I first heard Leon in January 2004 in Anaheim on the NAMM seminar, accompanied by Hideki Kenmochi from Yamaha and Ed Stratton from Zero G. I was surprised by his voice and got the idea to make an album with him. Our second meeting happened in New York in October 2005 at Music Player Live in Bill Bryant's booth. By that time, I had already had some song sketches in Russian, but Leon didn't speak Russian at all. I realized the need to simplify both melodies and lyrics, and that Leon will have to do his best in articulation. In January 2006, we started work. Now that it's all done, you can see for yourself how sincere and amusing these songs have become when performed with such an unusual timbre." Alexei Ustinov wrote all of the music for the album, with several other musicians that I'll put on the screen, helping with all of the instruments. The songs were named Joy, Work, Death's Sport, Girls, I Love, and A Place in the Sun. The album was put out under Virartek, a company that Ustinov was CEO of. Now, let me stop talking about the objectives and move on to the subjective, aka my review of what the album actually was, I guess. Most of Virartek and Jasmine Music Technologies stuff is kinda hard to find. I saw this information via archived links, and I was actually fully expecting to have to dig very far, but thanks to a user on YouTube called Bacon Suffrage, the entire album has been successfully recovered as of almost a year ago. So let me speak briefly about the album, and thank you for finding the album, genuinely. So I'll be honest, I was drawing while listening to this, and it was pretty good background music. The lyrics didn't really strike me as anything amazing. They're quite short and kind of basic, My favorite track was probably A Place in the Sun. It had some of the best lyrics out of all of them. As far as Leon himself, he sounds alright. Not exactly good, but not unlistenable. I don't really fault the producers for it, considering Vocaloid itself was only 2 years old, and they said it themselves that most of the songs on the album were made for a rougher timbre than what Leon had to offer. And at the time, there weren't really any other male voice banks, because I think I said that this came out like before Kaito came out, so yeah. And the lyrics aren't really very long, though the songs themselves are longer than the average music nowadays. Most of them were around like 5 minutes. Maybe more. Aside from the title track, I really liked I Love. It was a cute song with nice lyrics, though the album in general wasn't the best in my opinion. It might just be that I'm not a big fan of the music on it, or just, it's subjective, like I said. But, yeah, so that's really all I have to say about, like, what I think about the album. Like, it sounded really good. Like, I honestly liked it a fair amount. It was good music. I thought it was good, but, like, at the same time, there's just something off about it to me. I don't know what it is, but, yeah, that's what I think about the album. I also heard something about this album having something to do with the development of Big Al, so I decided to look into that too. Turns out Alexei Ustinov wrote Big Al's demo for Music Mess 2007, and pretty much wrote most of Big Al's demos, aside from, of course, I Feel Good, which was a song to begin with, but yeah, he wrote that demo, you know, that demo.
Now, I don't give up the thing, 'cause of your late Japan.
Alexei Ustinov and his company, or the company that he was CTO of at the time, Jasmine Music Technology, worked with the PowerFX CEO, Bill Bryant, who I think I mentioned him before. But Jasmine Music Technology's official announcement for Big Al actually refers to A Place in the Sun. Quote, by request from PowerFX CEO Bill Bryant, Alexei Ustinov has started testing Big Al in January 2007 and has prepared a song demo, Make Me Feel, for the Music Mess Fair. Female part was performed by Miriam, then by Sweet Anne, and the male part first by Leon, and then by a new Swedish rock voice, Big Al. One should note that Big Al's timbre is dramatically different from that of Leon. While Leon is soft, lyrical, and sort of sophisticated, in spite of all the efforts to make him sound more manly and rough, which was necessary in some songs from the album A Place in the Sun, Big Al was born rough and harsh, and sounds rather amusing, not only in Russian, but in English as well. In the present day, the Virotech and Jasmine Music Technology websites are actually still up. I went to visit them, but they don't look like they've been updated in a long time. I don't actually know what happened to the producers, but the most recent thing on Jasmine Music Technology is for PowerFX and like some other things about like they're working with PowerFX or whatever, and I think that stuff is from 2007, so yeah, I pretty much think these companies are kind of like gone right now, but I'm not sure. If anyone has any information on that, like let me know. I don't know. Comment it. But yeah, so that's what I have to say. Yeah. So in conclusion, even if the music isn't my favorite, it's still a fact that it was the first Vocaloid album, and that's cool to me. I mean, I'd probably listen to those. I'd probably let them, like, be background noise while I draw or write or something, but yeah, I honestly thought that the album was pretty good. I mean, like I said, it wasn't my favorite, and like Alexei Ustinov said, that pretty much the music wasn't actually made for Leon's timbre. So, yeah. I did visit the Virotech website, and turns out they actually made educational games for a while, too. So, yeah, And I did check the contacts list, and yes, Alexei Ustinov is the person who is in charge of that company. And apparently that company made educational games for a while. So yeah, Vocaloid is connected to educational games, but let's be honest, Vocaloid is connected to a ton of random stuff at this point. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. I hope you have a good day, and bye-bye.